Welcome back. In this demonstration, we are going to make the eyes, nose, mouth, and eyebrow lines for our 3/4 anime portrait. Of course, in this video, you're going to be learning and making sure you're aware of your line and how you're using your line, and making sure that you're thinking of whether it's going to be thick or thin. You're also thinking about shape, of course, because the eyes are going to be a shape and the eyebrows and nose are going to be shapes. And then, of course, most importantly, your proportion. We need to get the size of the eyes correct, place them in the correct place, and of course, make sure that the shape of them and the space in between it all is correct. So here is our inked anime portrait, and you'll see how the eye is falling approximately on the center line, whereas this farther away eye is kind of squished in between the circle and the curve. The nose should be right on the curve, and the mouth should be right on the curve as well. So in our previous video, we're shooting for this kind of look by the end, and in the previous video we left off with something that looked like this. Of course, I forgot to put my vertical line in here. Okay, so to get started, you can notice that the eyes are going to be in this second space up, this being the first space, this being the second space. Our eyes are here, okay, and you can see how this eye is squished in there, and this more central eye is almost on that center line. So we're gonna get started by putting in this far eye. First of all, this curve for the eye is gonna curve. It's going to be very small right here, a little triangle, curve up to the line, and then about halfway through it's going to come an angle down towards the outside edge of that curve, and then you're going to have the corner of it there. Now the eye part, or the iris, the colored part, is going to come from the edge of the curve and just curve up here like that, and then likewise the iris is going to curve right here. You're going to just leave a little teeny shape in between that central guideline that we put in. Now for the bottom, I'm just gonna throw a line right underneath here and then put in the shine. Here's the diagonal line for the bottom of the shine, and here's the circle-y part for the shine at the top. Okay, now the other eye needs to be about in this central piece. Okay, we want about one space of an eye here, and then one space of an eye here. This eye we're not going to really count because it's foreshortened, it's squished down a bit. So we're going to put our eye right here. We're going to start it here, and you're going to come up, curve down, and now this angle is quite a bit sharper than, say, the front-on portrait because it's twisted to the side a bit. Now we're going to put in that diagonal, the manga diagonal right here, and we're going to throw in a curved line about here for the iris part and a curved line here for the iris part. Okay, put in the bottom eye line, the shadow or the iris line at the bottom, and the shine here. Okay, now the nose for our manga portrait should be sitting right on the intersection of this curved line and the circle. So you're just going to put a diagonal and a diagonal like that. Alright, and now our mouth should be coming from here up this direction. Like so. I'm going to leave mine triangular in shape like that, so that it kind of looks like it's a little bit open. You could even then have a smaller triangle here to make it look like it's coming around the side, or you can just put in a line. Now we need to put in the eyelid line right here, and the eyelid line right here, and then the eyebrow line comes from here up and over, and the eyebrow line comes just above the iris and over the top like that. Okay, and it's essential that you have all of those pieces in the right place so that you get your proportions correct. And also with our proportion, you need to make sure that you have the shapes right and actually the space in between all of your shapes correct. Otherwise, your final portrait won't look nice. Okay, and that's how you finish adding the eyes, nose, and mouth on your manga 3/4 portrait.